Adam, how's it going to go for you come November the 13th?
Nicely, very nicely.
How do you predict the fight's going to go?
That's hard to say, because you can never predict how another man's going to take punches. You can never predict how another man is going to either stand there or crumble. All I know is how David's going to perform, because all the evidence shows me that he's in the best shape in every sense, technically, physically, emotionally, mentally, he ever has been.
Bit of a point to prove as well, isn't it?
He's got a fight to win. Winning a fight is proving a point. Retaining your World Heavyweight Championship is more of a point than anything else.
Why did he take the fight then? Obviously there's been a lot of criticism for him taking the fight. I can understand it, but from your point of view, why did he do it?
Criticised by who? Because we sold out 19,500 tickets with 5 weeks to go. So there's 19,500 people that desperately want to watch this fight. And if that's directly proportionate to the British public and how many people in the British public want to see this fight, then it's a fight that people want to see. That's why we made the fight.
So extending the opportunity to Audley wasn't on the radar, it was literally fulfilling the fans.
Audley is the pantomime villain, so he's got his own reputation. He achieved the Olympic gold medal 10 years ago, and people know him. And because people know him, and people that either love him or hate him, at least they care. They care that whether he wins or loses. It's when they don't care that you become anonymous. People care about Audley, win or lose, and people care about David. So it makes for a great sporting entertainment.
Worst case scenario, David loses.
I'm not answering this question.
Where does he go from there?
Why did you carry on with the question?
Has to be asked.
No, it doesn't.
It does. As a journalist, you know I have to do my job.
Go and find someone that is remotely interested in answering a question that has no significance to what's in our minds.
It's a two-horse race. That's the only reason why I asked the question. So,
one winner.
Of course, and it could be Audley. So if the worst case scenario...
You can ask the question in many different guises as you want. I'm not answering that question.
All right, listen, you seem to be getting a little bit heated in an exchange with Audley's trainer. What was all that about? Was he going off-piste?
A little bit.
In what respect?
He wants to criticise David or criticise me. It's fine. I'm not... I don't mind being a sideshow to the main event because we've got to fill the days. And I just tried to point out the facts. And he tried to deceive the facts. And I tried to bring him back on track, but he was still trying to deceive the facts. So
how was he trying to...
Listen, there are a lot of trainers out there with egos, and I guess we all, as men, we all have egos because we all have to be self-serving. To use the phrase, I beat Vladimir Klitschko, he didn't. Lemon Brewster beat Vladimir Klitschko. He was the man responsible for training him, and he was the man responsible for the game plan, and he was the man responsible for the corner work. But that night, the reason why Lemon Brewster beat Vladimir Klitschko is that he was able to withstand the heavy shots that he was getting hit in the head with prior to Vladimir just falling apart and then dropping. But prior to Vladimir dropping, he took some heavy shots. So he didn't have the defensive skills to avoid the shots. As a trainer, you've got to ask the question. Now, if he trained him on a daily basis by getting a stick and whacking him round the head really hard with it, then fair play to him. He predicted it and he prepared him for it.
Vladimir, he was in town the other day. I know you don't want to talk much about it. November the 13th is the focus, I understand that. He was in town talking quite disparagingly about David. That war of words is going to be ongoing until it happens. Adam, is it ever going to happen?
Yeah. Listen, as long as they both keep winning, it will happen next year. And the reason why Vladimir is so peeved about the situation is that they're so used to having business as usual. They don't know what it's like when something doesn't fall into their format. And one thing David Haye will never do is fall into anyone's format. And the pair of us have proved that ever since he turned professional. And because we didn't fall into their format, and David went and won the WBA heavyweight title, it burns them. It burns them deeply. It burns him so much it motivates him to want to beat him as a fighter. And that's fantastic. Because if you can get Vladimir standing toe-to-toe with him, you've got a great chance of knocking him out.
Not too many people rile and getting quite emotive, Vladimir. Yeah. It's quite unusual for him. He's normally got a slick, smooth customer. You got under his skin?
Burned him deeply.
So when that happens, that's going to be the fight of both their careers.
Be a career-defining fight like Hagler Hearns, like Leonard Hearns, like Ali Frazier, Ali Foreman. It's a career-defining fight.
Which November the 13th isn't. But anyway, it's still happening. 19,500. Have you got anything to tell the fight fans? ahead of the fight?
Listen, it's the fight that clearly a lot of people wanted to watch because we've sold out. And so we made the right decision. Tune in because it's moments in sporting history, regardless of whether they last 1 round or 12 rounds, that will give you the entertainment. So we're doing our part, giving you the fight, giving you the entertainment. Boxing fans deserve it.
Thanks for your time. I really appreciate that.